Welcome to Daily Armor. Today we're going to be in the book of Psalms, chapter 127, looking at verse number 2. Psalms 127 and looking at verse number 2, and it says, "It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he giveth his beloved sleep." I have shared before that I've been struggling with some anxiety. And it's so hard when you're anxious, when you're overstimulated about things going on all around you and you're overstimulated. It's so hard to relax. If you're like me, I have trouble sleeping. I have trouble sleeping anyway just because of menopause. But I have trouble sleeping when I am just stimulated from here and there and everything all around. And yet I find myself waking up early, staying up late. I'm a list maker. I'm writing things down. I'm trying to, trying to figure things out. And the Lord has let me know that all of those things are in vain because there's so many things that I don't have any control over. And I guess when I write things down, I'm trying to trying to gain some kind of control. And yet the Lord has let me know that I don't have any control, but He has all control. So when I'm looking, and if you look at the first part of Psalms 127, it says, verse number 1, "Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain." So we do our part. I mean, we're gonna try to do our part, but ultimately the responsibility is the Lord's. And if He builds it, He's the one that's truly looking after it. We are caretakers. But the whole responsibility does not fall on me, and it doesn't fall on you. And so I'm struggling today with leaving it with Him, with stopping the habit of trying to fix things. I mean, as a mom, you want to fix things. As a wife, you want to help. You're the helpmate, you're the helpmeet, you're to help in situations, and yet you find yourself time and time again, as most of us women do, in different situations that we really truly don't have any control over. And it will cause you and I to lose sleep. It will cause us to stay up late trying to figure things out, like waiting until everything's quiet where your mind can concentrate. But in all of that, even in all of that, it's not doing any good. It's vain. What's vain? Vain is of no value. If you're doing something in vain, it's not serving a purpose. And the purpose that my life has is to be busy about God's work. To be busy doing what He wants me to do and letting Him take control and take over, and be responsible for all those other things that I can't control. I can't control what the enemy's doing. I can't control what people do when given the opportunity. And all I can do is be busy about the Lord's work, and that's what you can do as well. And I know that we struggle. I know that anxiety is real. I mean, we just, we feel overcome and overwhelmed sometimes. But the Lord is letting us know there's some things that are just doing in vain, or thinking about in vain. And when we switch from those things that we are trying to control, that we cannot control, and we switch over and we put our efforts into the kingdom of God, that's when we are showing Him that we are placing our trust in Him and letting Him worry about those things that we have no control over. He that built the house, except the Lord build the house. When He has built it, when He is the caretaker, He is fully capable and fully powerful enough to take care of it. Except the Lord, it says in verse number 1, "Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain." If we are in the middle of a storm, say, it's days from being in the official hurricane season. And yet we're, I feel like we're already kind of in hurricane season with all the weather's doing. But when we think about the storms that are going to pass through our way, even this year, we don't even know what they're going to be. We don't even know what they're going to be like. But when we think about that, when the Lord is in control, we can sleep. Our sleep can be sweet. Our sleep can be restful, because we're placing that in His hands. It says in verse number 2, "For so He giveth His beloved sleep." When I remind myself that I am not in control, but He's in control and He's got it, He is almighty, all powerful, all knowing, my creator, my everything, my banner, my sword. He is my everything. When I keep reminding myself He's got it, I am His beloved, then my sleep is going to be, it's going to be different. It's going to be changed. I'm going to be able to rest. I'm going to be able to calm down in the midst of just pure chaos sometimes going on, when just, things are just seemingly looking out of control. He is still in control. And that's where I'm resting at today. And that's where I've taken my anxiety that was welled up first thing this morning. And then I've used His word, and man, I feel so much better. I feel so much better. And I'm going to be able to rest in Him today. And I hope you can do the same thing. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.